Unless you're involved in aquaculture or hydroponics, soil is fundamental. Soil is made up of minerals decayed from the rock underneath, organic matter from decaying plants and animals, water, atmospheric gases. It's also home to a wide range of creatures, from the relatively large, like moles and earthworms, down to the very small fungi and bacteria. But what we're going to do in this short video is look at some simple ways that you can test soil for yourself and see what it's like. One of the first things to do when you've got a piece of land is to look at what's already growing there. Some plants are known as indicator plants, and they give you an idea as to what the soil is like, perhaps its pH, whether it's wet or dry, etc. So nettles being a good example of something that you might find. Once you've done that, you can have a look at what the soil is like itself, and to do that we need to take a small sample. So we'll clear a little patch here and then put the soil through various tests. I've cleared a patch here, and as you can see it's quite dark. There are also earthworms there which are good to see. So we're going to take a sample from about 5 inches with a small trowel and then take that away and test it. First just feel the soil. Sand's gritty, silt is smoother, clay's a sticky feel. Then try and squeeze the soil into a ball in your hands. If it's coarse texture like sand, that will tend to break apart easily. Loams, sandy silty loams will stay together, change shape. Clay ones resist when you squeeze them, they're harder to break. Finally, squeeze it out into a ribbon or a sausage. Again, sandy ones won't do this effectively. If you get about 2 inches, that may be a loam, sand or silt. Clay tends to go beyond that. This is the soil sample we took earlier, so I've put 1 part in there. I'm now going to add water to it. It's best to use neutral water, rainwater if you have to, and then tap water as kind of the third best. This is rainwater in here. I'm going to add up to about 4 parts water to the 1 part soil, and then all we do is shake this up for 30 seconds, then leave it to go completely clear, which might take it a few hours, might take it a day, 2 days, depending on what's in the soil. There are different ways of testing soil. pH is one thing you want to look for, and meters like this, which are probes, are useful in that they give you a reading quickly, and you can use them in a number of different places on the site without having to go to a lot of trouble. You can also get kits like this one which also do test the pH as well. These are slow to use, but they do more than that. They'll test for nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium as well. I'm going to use this one on the soil sample that we took earlier. Okay, this is the jar that we added the water to the soil from the sample in. It's actually stood for 2 days and it's not quite clear, and that's evidence that there's certainly is clay in the mix. You see some sediment's gone to the bottom and there's floating material on the top, organic material. The next 2 charts show samples taken from actually the liquid, and as you can see, for phosphorus, potassium, pH and nitrate, you've got to really interpret the colours because they don't look really quite like they do on the chart illustrations. So that's simple soil testing, from looking at what's going on the site, feeling soil, to doing more sort of detailed analysis. There's obviously a lot more that you can do, but that's good for starters. So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Rosie.